Hey everybody, Sarah Costa Foreman with my third amateur video on Don Costa Gone Too Soon. I've tried to film this now 3 times. I'm not a YouTuber. Anyway, how y'all doing? Another short video. I just want to say thank you for all your condolences, and anybody that watches this video, I just want to thank you, and thank you for emailing me. And Lori, thank you for emailing me, and I can't wait to see some pictures you have. And if anybody wants to email me, you can, sarahforeman51@gmail.com. And I want to do a special shout out to Bad Brad. Hey, buddy, I love your videos. They're so great. Anybody that watches Bad Brad, please subscribe to him. I think you're the one that sent people over to me, Brad, and I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, it's so nice of him to do that video on my brother, and I appreciate it so much. And you know, you do such great work, Brad, and you're such an awesome guitarist. I just really enjoy watching you. Well, it's been 3 months since my brother passed, and I gotta tell you, it was really hard at first, even though people will tell me, well, it's been so long since you've seen him, what does it matter? And yeah, I've actually had people tell me that. You know, friends of my mom's, and just like, what does it matter how long you see a person? You know, it doesn't matter. That's your blood. I don't know, people are so weird. But, you know, and in a weird way, my sister and I, our grieving was really about old memories coming back, and that's where we're having a hard time with. Not just, it's not the people that are coming back in our lives, because it's fantastic that we're talking to people, old friends of ours and people we grew up with. I mean, it's been really great. And I really love when people email me or leave comments and talk about their time with my brother, and it's really great. No, I think it's because we suffered in our family a lot, especially when we got older. And you know, as I do more of these videos, I want to talk about my brother's personality and who he was as a person. You know, I want to talk about how he died. I want to talk about the years leading up to that, and I want to talk about his earlier years, and I'll do all that, you know, in videos when I make more videos. And I'm not good at this. I'm sorry. I'm really awkward, and I don't come across good, and so I'm just kind of babbling. But I just want you to know that I appreciate anybody that watches me, that wants to learn more about my brother. I want to be honest about him. I don't want to disrespect him in any way, but I do want to be honest about him, because I think it's important not only for me to have some closure and to have this be more of a cathartic practice, but I think it's important for any of you out there struggling in life. I've had a couple comments that just broke my heart about musicians who don't really want to keep going, and I just want to tell you, please don't give up. You will find your happiness. You know, show business is a really difficult path. It's not for the faint of heart at all. I want to talk about some of the things my brother and I did together. I want to talk about the fact that, you know, I too am a musician. I was a singer for a long time. I'm a professional dancer. Uh, I've I've got stories about Hollywood, uh, good and bad. I want to talk about my brother's time in Hollywood that I know about, that nobody else knows about, good and bad. A lot of the stories you hear about people, um, a lot of it's rumors can be true. They're probably half true. But this man, this brother of mine, was a difficult, complicated, complex person. He had many personalities. And, somebody told me about his depression. I said, no, it's more than that. Who isn't depressed? Especially if you've lived in Hollywood. You don't leave Hollywood untainted. You have to go through therapy practically to live there. So this is not a place. This is not a place for people to be living in for any length of time. Do your business and get out. This man died alone. This man died living in his vehicle, in his van. This man died of a broken heart. This man was not healthy. This man died, fell out of his van apparently, or fell to the ground and just died in front of a convenience store in Ventura Boulevard. This man decided to leave everything he ever knew. Even the family that he spent years with said they hadn't seen him in 5 years, except for the one woman that he was seeing all these years. He would visit her every day. This man left society. He didn't want to be around anybody. He died of a heart attack. His arteries were hardened, or he had something, I can't remember. I'll read in his death certificate, but this man had it all. He had it all. He could have played on and on. He could have had so much longevity in the music business, and he decided to walk away. I know a lot of people have. I know that. He's not the only one. He's not special. But he was unique. There's nobody like him. In his short amount of fame that he had, he was known worldwide. I mean, I'm getting all kinds of comments about people from everywhere that knew him. This man, he didn't want his family anymore. This man walked down the street and wanted to be somebody else. What saddens me is his potential. He didn't have to be on a stage. He didn't have to be in a band. He could have been in a studio. He could have written songs. He could have just done The Weekend Warrior. He could have just done anything but die of a heart attack with nobody around. They couldn't identify his body till they got him in the morgue and did his fingerprints. He didn't have his wallet on him. He had a phone, and I think he might have had another card on him, but he had nothing on him. He had no ID, he had nothing. we finally found his van that his girlfriend bought for him. And they towed it away. And we couldn't find it. And finally we found it in a private towing company for a month. It was in there for, well, it was actually in there for 2 or 3 weeks before we knew where it was. Then we had to get a death certificate. Then we had to get, find out if we can get him cremated. And then it's just so much, it's so hectic because he died like a homeless person. So it was really hard we kept making phone calls and getting detectives, and they said, oh, we've got his van under investigation. And it's like, he died. He didn't get murdered. So we finally found it, and it's just so much red tape, so many phone calls. Because, my mom is this next of kin, and she's 92. And she's not doing so good. She's got Alzheimer's, dementia. And so we had to have her sign a notary and some things. And she's like, what am I doing? And then she was crying, and she realized, he's gone. And, he was her favorite, that's for sure. But I don't know. It's just really hard when someone passes away and they don't have any identification on you. So you're treated like, well, you're not treated any different than anybody else, but it takes longer to identify somebody. And man, I tell you, this man, he had it all going on. And he let it go. He didn't trust anybody. His girlfriend's son, who, I don't know if anyone read his comment on Full and Bloom 5 years ago on a video Mark Kendall did on my brother. He said that my brother was still alive, working as a house painter, which he used to do when he was younger, and that he was on drugs, drinking, or he was drinking and on drugs, which I never really knew him to be on drugs, but I guess in his earlier days, I knew him to like Jack Daniels, that's for sure. And that he was paranoid and didn't want to speak to anybody, and this was 5 years ago. Then I started wanting to look for him. And I was kind of checking things out to see where he might be. And that's funny, Everybody wanted to know where he was. Everybody was looking for him that I knew in the music business, or that would that I'd see on a video somewhere. Where's Don? Where's Don Costa? Did anybody know what happened to him? So yeah, I'll talk more about him on another video. I just wanted to come on here and say hi and thank you, and blessings to all of you, and God bless y'all. Thanks for watching. If you I don't know what I'm saying anymore. It's late at night and I'm kind of goofy. So anyway, till next time on one of my exciting amateur videos. This is Sarah Costa Foreman saying good night and God bless.